That it took 3 years to find this tube. This is a lot of water what it would come.
This is me, and behind me there's a jet of water that just came out of the ground. Let me explain you how we got here. So in the end of last season we dig this pond next to base camp. And we found these old tubes. So I think we found the pipe that the neighbors always talk about that goes to the big ruin, the community center on the bottom of the land. So there used to be this pipe, so the water from here can be used there. We think it's this pipe, but we're not really sure. Because we also found another pipe, a bit smaller, slightly different position. After, as the pond filled up with rainwater and more pressure was building up, one random day this happened.
Look what is that?
They always told us that there were pipes under the ground. We never found them. And now there's a little fountain appearing here.
In this video we're gonna try to explore this underground pipe system and other cool stuff. Welcome to another Project Camp update.
We saw a river by the window and then Julie found this little fountain here.
It was with way more pressure.
It's a pipe?
Yes.
The pipe of the lake?
Yeah.
Could be.
We need
I pee there, you will see if it comes out.
Okay.
After some hours the water stopped flowing. Probably it clogged. So here's the pipe. There's some sort of cement inside. It's basically burnt plastic from the fire. So it's all molten. So I'm gonna try to open it up around here. And then hopefully we can access a bit of proper pipe where we can put on an exit or maybe a valve that we can open it up. So here we can properly see the pipe now. So this is what we originally saw, the top burnt part. Then there's a metal corner here connected to this polyethylene tube which we saw coming from the lake. So I guess one of these goes up there. It's one of the tubes up there. And this is all very rusty. Not sure how much dirt is also on here. And we also found this pole next to it, which is burned down on the top, which I guess was here probably in the past as well to hold up some sort of a tap or something. So pretty cool to see it's still good, most of it. But next we need to figure out what we're actually gonna do with it. So we're now in the lake. I just opened up the pipe here. So now it's flowing here pretty hard actually. Let's see if you can see it down there.
That it took 3 years to find this tube.
3 years?
Yes. Everyone was talking about it when arriving in the land. Keep on talking the next years. Now it's finally there.
A lot of pressure.
There's a lot of water.
Almost as high as the entire office. Okay, so we got the pipe here next to this ruin, but the neighbors actually never talked about this pipe. They always said the pipe would be there. So it's here, there's the other pipe. And according to the neighbors, it should be somewhere here. We briefly looked at it before, but we never found it. Then someone put this pile of rubble here, which was us. So I'm gonna dig a little bit here to see if there's something of a pipe. So it actually looks like there's some pipe here. It's burned as well on the top, so molten and much thinner than the other one. But it does look like a pipe. Could be it, but I'm not sure because it's also thinner. So I don't know if it's this one. So what I want to see now is up there where we found the original tube, to see if there's a T that splits it up to this one, and then see if it's a thin one it splits off to or a big one. So here was the original tube, then a pipe here to the T, and then one part goes there to the lake, up where the water comes from, and this one goes down to that ruin. It is a big pipe, so not a thin one, which means there probably is still more to dig down there. But I don't really see how I'm gonna find that one, so I figured maybe I can do it in the same way as I found this one, which was the water was just coming out. So I figured if I open up this one and just see where it comes out down there. But if I open up this one now, all comes out here. So I first want to put a valve here so we can close it. And then the water goes there, which means I'm going to chop off a piece, go to the store and see which part would fit on here. So this is the old one, the metal corner, and then the tube we need to connect to. I'm not sure if it's like in centimeters, which was 9.5 or 3 inches, also because the tube is a bit deformed. But it seems to be a very unusual size. So we couldn't find it in the metal one, which we would have preferred. So now we have this plastic connector with a part that makes it smaller, and then finally a valve on it. Ready to install. So it's already installed to test. Also added a new clamp here. Maybe I add a piece of reinforcement here just to make sure it doesn't all go in that direction. But ready to test. So here we have Julie. She's going into the water where the tube is to unclog it so it starts to flow down. The water comes down here to the valve. I will open it up. Hopefully it doesn't pop off. And then down there is Adrian. And he's gonna see where the water comes out. We think it's there, but it could be there or there. It could be right underneath you. So let's test.
Okay, I'm going into the water. And it's a bit cold.
How's it going there, Julie?
Not that easy. It's very cold.
Yeah, we couldn't find the tube.
How is it going?
Not very good.
Oh, it's so cold. It's so cold.
The classic child.
I got it! I got it!
No way.
I got it!
Really?
I got it! 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 Go to
I'm happy I could help. Oh.
The valve works. Let's see if something comes on the other side.
Yeah! Found water. Water is coming here, will be open and closed there. Generates pressure and wants to come.
Oh, how was it?
cold, but fun.
Who wants to open?
I'm dry.
Huh?
I'm dry. I'm okay being dry.
Then we started digging to try to find the end of the pipe.
Something.
Pipe.
Pipe. Yeah.
Are you ready?
Hole in the pipe.
So we found the pipe where the water comes out, currently coming out, but it's actually not the big pipe. So probably it splitted somewhere here first, but there's a very big tree root So I'm not sure. Next, I guess we need more of a digger or something to go around here, because a lot of roots. So I think we first go up to the lake again, clog it with something so it doesn't flow, and then we dig and then we open it again. So what do you think, Julie? Rock, paper, scissors, loser goes in.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yes, yes, yes. You can do it. Yeah?
I don't know. So we clog the entrance of the pipe with a cloth, so all the water doesn't run away from now. We will continue to work on this next week, so hopefully you see us fixing it in the next update. Now we will finish the job that you saw starting last week, upgrading our Pizza Hut with Colleen.
Back live under the Pizza Hut, the roof is completely done, finito, no more leaks, no more leaks, no more leaks. And now we're back to fix the pizza oven and its cracks. We decided to fix it, we just think it might still be good for us for a whole season. So we're gonna patch this whole crackety crack with a new kind of clay. Make sure that the pipe is not sinking down because at the moment it's really lower than it used to be. So we're gonna fix this and make sure that it's completely leveled so that the smoke can get out but the rain can't come in. And yeah, make it look nice. Give it a bit of a fresh paint on the door and then we'll probably have a nice oven for the rest of the season. Let's hope. This is the thing.
Yeah, here.
Julien and I, we cutted the pipe and we added this little knob that will allow the whole pipe not to sink down, which was one of the problems we had. For the clay work and the crack, a crack happens like this because of the metal expansion. We want to widen a bit the crack so we have access to like more open wound sort of a clay. Then we can wet it, apply the new layers and then seal it. But, So I completely opened the wound of the oven to make it moist again, but also to allow me to get into those cracks without keeping some holes in them. This is 1 ratio of clay. It's thermic clay, we bought it, this one. We haven't found it on the land. So 1 clay, 3 sand. Same bowl. There you go. 3 of sand, and then I mix it by hand, and then I add the water to have a cementy feel. Try to be rational about it, but I found that clay is kind of a feeling kind of material. So if you want to know if your mix is good, you put it in your hand. Make a curve out of it, like so. And if you flip your hand around, it needs to stay for 10 seconds. This mix feels a bit grainy, so I'm gonna add a bit of clay. It's all about feeling it. I think we have an okay mix. Okay, weapon of choice. The spoon. So first I'm gonna wet the cracks again and again, and then after some of the mix and just try to really stuff it in there as far as I can. Spoon.
fire and this one?
No, Julien's one. Look at this. That's right, 'cause this one's wiggle that around a bit. Can you wiggle? So it's all done with the clay work, and looking at it, I'm thinking maybe it's nice to give it completely a fresh new start. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna fix the door, and by that I mean derust it, put some new fresh paint, and we're also gonna take care of the lower part. Because the lower part, the frame is getting a tiny bit rusty in some places, and also this is just a big mess. So let's see what we can do about that. And we repainted the entire frame to give it a new look. Got a fire here to pre-cook a bit our new fresh clay. It's all dry now, but now it's getting completely baked and we can actually see if it works. For now, no smoke coming out, we're very proud. While the clay dried, we needed to figure out how to properly organize our bread making items. We have this big metal box where we store the flour, the bowls, everything. It's always a bit messy and super heavy. Plus, we could use the space under the oven in a better way. For some weeks, we had a friend here that helped us designing a good box to organize all of this.
Here we can put in the aluminum container with all the flour, and then we make a drawer system here that you can pull it out.
Perfect.
This is bad quality plywood. No?
Yes, it's bad. It's very bad. C'est ça.
Non, just move.
All screwed in, this doesn't move anymore. This box is able to store everything we need to make bread. Every tool has their own compartment, the box for the flour, a space for the bowls, and some crates for the wood. Also one extra nose for fun, and a bread making calendar. It's been a week that we're using our magnificent oven now, and it's cracked a bit again, but that was quite expected from the design that we maintained. So some cracks, but very functional, burning hot, and will last for sure until the end of the season, much as well as the bread box.
Yeah, bread box now. It's really easy life for the bread team. Open, close, slide.
Happy bread team, right? Right team! And we also made a super cool video just for explaining how we make bread here, showing all the process. You can find this in the research module, together with the manual in case you're into bread making. The link is in the description. Oh, yeah. Very good bread. This is Jules, by the way. He's gonna be making a path to the office.
Hey, my name is Jules. I'm a multimedia artist based in Brussels. I like exploring forms of dwelling and documenting them, mostly with photographs. The main topics I'm reading about at the moment are micropolitics, self-organized spaces for education, and collective making. On my free time, I do love listening or producing music, any kind of outdoor activities, walking around, camping, or swimming in the lagoon. During my studies in art and design, I've been seeking for more collaborative approaches. And since then, I've been part of several collectives, organizing different kinds of events and projects. I see Project Camp as an opportunity to redefine standards of living, questioning comfort, and thinking about how to make things more versatile and life-proof. As you can see, there's already a path that we use quite a lot, and the path has been formed just by us walking, and it's not really convenient because it can get muddy, bumpy, slippery. We have to go across these swales that we digged. I'm gonna try to make stairs from here to here, and the bridge here. The wood is now ready, so I'm going to start making the stairs.
Here, Jules.
I'm making trench for the water to go away, just in case. After some days, I started building the bridge.
So what we can do with the rope is, in French we call it breulage or platelage. I don't know the translation. If you know it, you know where to put it. So we're gonna do a very basic knot here at the start of the beam, like so. It's called the cabestan knot if you're naughty. With 2 loops, X shape, and then with the tip I go for one more round. I grab my X and I pull it under, and then I tighten it. So this is a self-tying knot. The more you tighten this one, the more it pulls on the rope. But just for safety, I'm gonna do a stopper. And then with this knot, we can start the platelage. I have my tip, pull it under, up, and there you have your first steady one. Okay.
Now just 100 times more.
Bridge is done, stairs are made, the path is wood chipped. Now we have a proper way to go from base camp to the office. Okay, that was it for this video. Next video is gonna be something about a digger. It's already on Patreon if you want to watch it. Thanks for watching. Bye.